Hello, English learners. Welcome to English Speech Analysis series, and this is episode 1. We will learn vocabulary, word meaning, and lots of grammar type topics. I hope your English fluency become much better if you watch the video till the end. So, let's delve into the video.
Scared of in the next 30 years?
Yeah, we people are very lucky because we are in the area that the world is in a very big transformation because of the technology.
We hear a word scared. Scared is an emotional state characterized by fear, anxiety, or apprehension about something perceived as the threatening or dangerous. It triggers a psychological response known as the fight or flight response, preparing the body to either confront the threat or escape from it.
I think we read a lot on the books that 200 years ago when the first industry have a lot of great people, and then 100 years ago electricity revolution come, a lot of success people. So now the technology come.
We hear a word transformation. Transformation refers to a significant change or alternation in form, appearance, structure, or character. It often involves a process of profound and lasting change, leading to a new state or condition.
This new technology will also create a lot of successful people, interesting careers. But honestly, every technological revolution come is going to create a lot of social problems. And my view is the first technology revolution caused the First World War. Second technology revolution caused the Second World War. Now we're on the third. So what is going to happen?
We hear a word gonna. Gonna is a colloquial contraction of the phrase going to. It's commonly used in spoken English, particularly in informal context, to indicate future intent or action. For example, I am gonna go to the store is shortened way of saying I am going to go to the store.
People worry about artificial intelligence. People worry about robots. People worry about a computer and data and privacy and securities. People start to worry. But whether you worry, it will come. You don't worry, it comes. So the thing is how you change yourself. So I think next 30 years, the world is going to be huge change. If there's a third world war, I think the world war should be a war against the disease.
We hear a word disease. A disease is a pathological condition that impairs the normal functioning of an organism. It can affect any part of the body and can be caused by various factors including bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites, as well as genetic abnormalities, environmental factors, and lifestyle choice.
A war against environment pollution, right? A war against poverty together. We should not war against ourselves. But if we do not see clearly that using the new technology to solve this problem, if we do not unite, align together, human beings are going to fight each other. Because every technology revolution will make the world unbalanced. When something unbalanced coming, somebody used to be number 1, suddenly become number 2, and somebody was number 3, and then become number 1. It's all about comfortable. So we people, if you're 30 years old, my view is that when you are 20 to 30 years old.
We hear a word unbalanced. Unbalanced describes a state of being uneven, unstable, or lacking equilibrium. It can refer to various contexts such as physical objects, systems, emotions, or relationships. For example, an unbalanced scale has unequal weights on either side, while an unbalanced diet lacks proper proportion of nutrients.
You should follow a good boss, join a good company to learn how to do things properly. When you're 30 to 40 years old, if you want to do something yourself, just do it. You still can't afford to lose, to fail. But when you're 40 to 50 years old, my suggestion is that you should do things that you are good at, right? And not do things that, oh, that's very interesting, I want to try something new. It's a bit dangerous more. When you're 50 to 60 years old, spending time training and developing young people, the next generation. When you're over 60 years old, better stay with your grandchildren. But this is normally general like that. Not everybody will like, but most of the people will like that. So 30 years old, we people next to 30 years are the luckiest period. We have a lot of challenges, a lot of things are happening, and with our knowledge, with our physical power, it's time you need to change. You have to think, if you want to be successful tomorrow, it's impossible. If you want to be successful a year later, it's impossible. But if you want to win 10 years later, you have a chance. That is what I think.
Wonderful. And moving on to a topic which is kind of impossible to ignore after 2017.
We hear a word moving on. Moving on refers to the process of emotionally and psychologically letting go of something from the past, such as a relationship, a job, a place, or an event, and progressing forward with one's life. It involves accepting and acknowledging the past, including any associated emotions or experiences, while actively shifting focus towards the present and the future.
So a third of all the people in leadership positions in Alibaba are women. But the picture elsewhere is a bit more bleak. And a friend of mine recently said something that has really stayed with me. Women are tired of empowerment programs and we want power.
Our last word is journalist. A journalist is a professional who gathers, analyzes, and presents news and information to the public through various media outlets, such as newspapers, magazines, television, radio, and online platforms. Journalists play a crucial role in informing the public about current events, uncovering stories of public interest, and holding individuals and institutions accountable. They typically conduct interviews, research, and investigation to gather accurate and reliable information, adhere to ethical standards and principles of journalism.
In 2016, venture capitalists invested $58.2 billion in male-founded companies, while women received just $1.46 billion. And as 2017 showed, it was a year of sexual harassment scandals, the gender pay gap still exists, and unfortunately, the list does go on. So how do you think we can move beyond tokenistic gestures towards genuine gender equality?
Yeah, that is very interesting. A few years, like 4 years ago, there is a journalist came to our company, and when he leaves, he asked me a question, why there are so many women in your company? And I never realized we have so many women in our company. I said, anything wrong? Today, we have a 49%, close 49% of the employees of our company are women. That's a lot for a high-tech company. It's not on purpose we hire women. We think they are great in helping us to grow. Alibaba is an e-commerce company. E-commerce is a service industry. To serve people better, you should have a service heart. We find that women doing much better jobs than men. And the second is that last century, people compete because of muscle. No, not this century is not muscle, it's the wisdom. And next is, I believe, if a person wants to be successful, you should have a high EQ. But if you don't want to lose quickly, you should have a high IQ. But if you want to be respected, you should have high LQ, the Q of love. So those three Qs put together, a lot of men, they have a high IQ but low EQ, and a very tiny LQ. Women, balance-wise, they're the best. If you want your company to be successful, if you want your company to operate with wisdom, with care, women is the best.